Hey guys, welcome back to another video with links. This is one of the replays from the stream. This is myself, Nick, and Legido, and we're fighting against Masilla over here. We decided to bring two siege equipment, pain in the arse, Carthage, which ruined my life, and I believe Syracuse. Yep, Syracuse. So let's just get started. Myself, I'm playing as the Seleucids. Nick is playing as the good old Pontus, and our favorite American is playing as Egypt.
Move the tower!
Yes, yes, yes. Tower is being moved. So, what is Egypt bringing? Egypt is bringing Galatian swords over here, carrying X-Men,
Deliver them to the Romans!
lots of carrying X-Men, Galatian swords, and then has a host of Toro spears, a pike unit, a royal Torque swordsman, and a lot from the medium bowmen. Nick is, of course, Pontus, so you'd expect lots of Pontic swordsmen. You basically need the pikemen, Eastern ballista, Eastern archers, which I started to love. Myself, I have my Greek ballista, I have my Hellenic cataphracts, and I have my siege towers filled with most OP unit in the game, Hillman. Thorax swordsman over here, Hillman moving up to the hill. Uh, Hillman moving up the hill, right? So yeah, we're going up against Carthage, which is trying to snipe these archers up back here, getting a really good shot into the archers, which is devastating, frankly. No, spoiler alert. I do horribly bad in this game. I genuinely do horribly bad. But this is how you guys learn. Don't do what I do in this game. Well, rather do small parts of it and don't do the rest. Or rather just ignore it completely and see how a pro actually plays. But doesn't mean if I play bad, I cannot criticize it. Dude, wait. My man, why the hell are you throwing explosive bombs at the tortoise? It's not gonna do shit. It. There are some mercenary Celtic warriors which are also very. It's definitely firing, and this one's firing as well, even though they were meant to only bring one artillery each. The rules were one artillery, one pike unit, and four missile units, which is pretty much the meta at the moment going forward. But as we say that, yeah, definitely a cheat over here, but there's nothing you can do about that. Where are we fighting? We're fighting in the great, beautiful city of Alexandria. An amazing city, not given enough love. Love sounded like I don't know who speaks like this. Eh? The pervert down the street does, which is definitely not me. Yeah, this guy. Jokes aside. Well, I don't even know what I was saying anymore. Jesus Christ, my brain is like, yay, speak. Oh yeah, Alexandria. Yeah, amazing city. So look at the layout. So, fine. So, mercenaries Qatari. I underestimated them for the last time this week. So there are a couple of main ways of fighting. There's of course this spot over here, which you break through this wall and charge in down along this Colosseum theater thing, move down here and just swarm on these roads. Then there's of course the obvious attack point where you move in into this garden plaza thing and start swarming that area. There is of course then the last way you can attack is down this way. This this is not a good idea. I mean, I did break through into a location which was quite decent, but it's very easily blocked off. And I thought I could break through much faster, but I definitely did not do a good job there. I did charge in my helmet against Mercenaries Qatari. Now, these guys have 42 melee attack, 35 weapon damage. They have decent armor, decent health. For some reason, I thought they were Iberian swordsmen, and that's my mistake. Definitely, if you have Hannibal Gates and get the DLC, it will definitely improve your life. Now, my idea was break through these two locations, break through here, and go in the settlement swarming. While I'm doing so, we have Nick over here doing the same thing, also moving with his Hellman and Celtic Horse. No, these are all Celtic warriors. And as we're doing this, see, this is a good trick. So this arrow tower is still firing, but it's firing at an angle which is blocked, so it does not hit these Galatian swords as they're getting onto the walls. And of course, they're neutralizing the gate so much so that these picked hoplites will not be able to do much. These quite a lot of picked hoplites actually. I'm noticing he was fighting a decently heavy armored troop. Also, another thing, they bought stakes. This was not meant to be. We specifically said no deployables, but they insisted on bringing deployables because that's what you do when you're a little shite. Now they have Cretan archers over here on my side. I'm complaining a lot, but really and truly, I really fucked up in this battle. This I didn't fuck up. Moving up my siege towers up here to protect my units was, I think, a decent move. Because even though the arrow tower was partially neutralized, I was trying to break in. The wall over here glitched and stopped at 62%, so that's something to look at and make sure it doesn't happen to you often, because it does annoy you. It happens on a couple of maps. I believe it happens on this, and um, I forgot which other map, but I'll certainly look at it and see what I can do and letting you guys know. This ballista didn't even kill anything with and that only 12, even though he broke 2 ballistas. As I'm saying that, the Celtic Light Horse charge in against hoplites. Now this and Citizen Cav. Ooh, they're trying to break through, but they didn't manage. As they're saying that, Pontic swordsmen are going in. On my end, I'm sending in a couple of units trying to break through these Scutari, trying to skirmish them down. Torok swordsmen going in. Now these guys do really well against anything. Like, they are still at 150 and they killed 85 men. And Torok swordsman I thought would be able to be a good unit to hold. Clearly, I was wrong. I felt I could get along, but in my head I was like, I have these guys ready at the rear. They're gonna come. They're gonna. I mean, look at these beauties. Look how beautiful they are. In my head, I was gonna get them in, somehow break through and do a lot of damage. There's Libyan infantry here, which honestly would have been better than fighting against these guys. And as I'm doing that, more siege towers move up the wall, and I realize that there's even more troops down here. Libyan infantry, so much Libyan infantry. Mercenary Scutari are barely doing any dent in damage, and these light hoplites holding the Pontus at the walls over here. He did manage to start neutralize the gate, and he's holding this hoplite at an angle. Syracuse and Massilla, he's fighting over here at this side, which is fantastic. The good thing that this gave us was the simple fact that Egypt was able to bring in his entire army inside the castle uncontested, pretty much. And that gave us a shit ton of good stuff. Now, something to note, on when this map is on large and extra large, you can actually walk down here and walk up here into the center capture point. So that's something definitely you should keep in mind, as not many people actually defend against it, as they don't realize. This this is walkable. That is shallows. So something to keep in mind, especially since they don't seem to be having that much of a defense. Ooh, this general over here getting picked hoplite general getting picked off. As I'm saying that, these Cretan archers actually get a beating from my missile units, and I'm quite pleased and proud of my Syrian archers, who are that's the victor sound of a beautiful Final Fantasy game that used to play. Oh, I miss Final Fantasy so much. As I'm saying, that Syracuse is stretching themselves thin. They bought Peltas on this side. There's the slingers over here, which are getting a beating. I lost half a unit of this Syrian archers, but they're doing their thing. They're enjoying their thing. This citizen cav over here charging round and round Rosie. Definitely an interesting match, by all accounts, definitely. Now I'm trying to break this down because, you know what, I got really pissed off. I'm moving my troops, and I'm like, I need to get into the settlement. I need to just break in. I need to do something. I'm getting shattered over here, barely doing any damage. My Torok swordsman, 24 kills, 54 kills, and these Qatari are 174, 98, and 245 kills. I honestly barely did any damage to this guy, and I don't know why. Oh, honest to God, I had no idea what I was doing wrong. I'm trying to move up Hellman up here, but then I realized, Oh, Iberian Swordsman up there. Love my life. Honest to God, I never realized the Mercenary Scutari variant are so good. And yeah, I mean, they've pretty much annihilated my entire force. I'm trying to flank them, trying to shoot at them, but nothing is really working out for me. And I guess what I could have done better is brought my Syrian archers up here to this flank and shot into their side. Definitely my fault there. And the assault from our end is going terribly. These Galatian swords are coming down to try and help us a little bit, but I have barely touched the Carthaginian army, like completely. And you'll see later on why this is bad, but I have barely done any damage. This wall is finally starting to break. And as I'm saying that, well, these Galatian swords have done a lovely job. These Cretan archers are decent ammo. And Egypt is having a stare down contest with the remains of Massilla. And we have the Taurus spears over here doing a lot of damage. As I'm saying that, these Pontas eventually start breaking through, but then they're being faced by Celtic slingers who are shooting them at a good angle. The wall collapses. I send in two Taurus spears to try and start skirmishing down and do some damage. They've completely broken me off on this side. I honestly don't know what I did wrong. These hoplites I'm damaging, but yeah, they're throwing Pilas. These units of Scutari definitely did an amazing job. Beautiful job. Honestly, again, I'm very ashamed the way I played. I could have definitely played much better. And since then, I've learned a lot more. These Galatian swords getting into the rear. Back here, they are down to 30 men, but they're chasing. Oh, they're chasing that unit over there. But such is the life. What the hell is Legido doing at the moment? He's just chilling.
Double time!
He's
Ready?
just passing by. Just
Understood!
was just passing. Yeah, just passing me. Um, and oh, my Taurus spear. I didn't realize they actually broke through. What? My Taurus spear broke through. I did not realize this. And as I'm saying this is fantastic. Yeah, when you do a play and you don't realize it works, fantastic, fantastic things. Clearly, though, I have no idea what I'm doing because I should have brought them here and started damaging that area since they did not have any troops. These hoplite units will definitely do a number on me. But I was quite happy, I think, that I managed to pass through there. That I was just trying to charge down these Balearic slingers and pull them off, trying to provide some support. These Peltas, however, got onto the wall and they're doing a huge number on us there. My Torok swordsman and hillmen that came back, I'm sending them back in, trying to break down these Skutari, which are finally breaking down. My archers are still pretty much full ammunition, and I'm not using them. And honestly, I should have been using my ammunition to try and tin these troops down as much as possible. My men over here are not doing very well. They're going to get flanked heavily by this Libyan infantry, and that is going to ruin my life. Taurus spears still holding the wall there. My other Taurus spears are running for their lives. I'm not sure what they're up to, but definitely they're doing something. More Taurus swordsmen are being peeled back, and what is happening? They're recapturing the gate up here with Hoplites, definitely. They're moving in. He's moving in his soldiers. Yeah, Taurus spears getting a good charge. Did they? No, they did not. I thought I was gonna get a good charge. I guess I did not manage that even. This Eastern Ballista doing a lot of damage on this blob over there. Definitely doing a lot of damage. Now, again, when you do that, use fire explosive, not fire explosive, the fire bomb thing, and it does amazing damage. My Hillman up here doing some decent damage. Wait, I had Royal Thorax Swordsman left. No, I didn't have Royal Thorax Swordsman. Oh yeah, I had Royal Thorax Swordsman, and they were getting wrecked. Absolutely. I am confused. Where is my Royal Thorax Swordsman? Oh no, the Royal Thorax Swordsmen are the Egyptian. I have a Silver Shield Swordsman. Oh. What a waste. I'm actually getting a decent amount of these archers down, but yeah, my missiles were not hitting very well. My ballista was not doing the best, and at that point, I just decided to finally start shooting at these Libyan infantry. And these Cretan archers, I mean, they lost quite a lot there. So I guess I did a little bit of damage, but that I believe was my last hurrah as my troops are finally collapsing. And yeah, at some point soon, I shall be doing my final charge. There it is. That's my final charge. It's coming down as we speak. So till now, the actions are mine. The decisions that were being taken are mine. I didn't realize I still had so much ammunition. I thought my archers were completely annihilated. I played when I played the game. That's what I remembered it, but it's not the case. So within like 5 minutes, my computer decides to DC, and I will no longer have control over my army. So hurrah, 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 hurrah. Definitely, we did make some headway. The problem is we are fighting two armies at the same time. If I do have a comment for Legido, is that he played tremendously well, especially later on in the game. But the time that he spent waiting here definitely did not help us. And yeah, this is what I was trying to explain to him. If he ran down this way, and just for your future, Legido, because I know you're one of the few people who actually watches this entire thing, and I love you to bits for it. But yeah, you see, you could move there. You could have walked up there and done so much damage. They're retreating their Libyan infantry already because they realized they kind of broke me. But as we're saying that, I'll get back to Legido in a jiffy. These Hellenic cataphracts are charging in, and at this point, I'm like, bros, it's now or never. And I realized I managed to actually break through. I broke through, and I was like, okay, you know what? I'm breaking through. I broke through. I don't care. Just charge these guys. I just want you guys that broke through to charge here. I got a decent amount of kills, but this is the money shot. That is the money shot. That unit was still at half health, and I just got 50 kills straight off the bat into that unit over there. Libyan infantry are being pulled in to try and kill my Hellenic cataphract general, who is having the time of his life, honestly, running around, running amok, and doing as much damage as possible. Just running through units, light hoplites, doesn't matter. This is Hellenic cataphract general, and I believe I charge into the rear of these troops. Yep, over here I charge into the rear of these hoplites, and I do some damage over there. That they just charging units in the rear, even clipping them in the rear does so much damage. I've lost the first unit and I'm at 100 kills, and I'm really pissed off. I disconnected right around this point, and I'm really furious because I could have done so much damage. So what I was aiming to do is now just charging into the rear of this and doing as much damage as possible. Was it 150 kills? I still had 79 of my Hellenic Cataphract still available, and I was just enjoying. Like I was ripping these units to shreds back here. They were not holding. I killed so much. Okay, I'm overcompensating, but yeah, we're believe these carrion X-Men retreated. Yeah, they did. They honestly should have come up here, sneaked at the victory point, and done a lot of damage. They're trying to shoot at my general for some reason. Three lost, and at this point, oh, if the AI killed the Massilian general, oh, if the AI killed this general, it would have been such a good time. Yeah, at least the AI is still doing what I had in mind. Not sure what he's doing over here, charging in all the troops at an angle, I guess. Um, what is the AI doing? Why is the AI running after Celtic Slingers? Me got 200 kills, but yeah, at this point, I don't think it will get many more kills, especially since there are stakes over there and it will get eliminated. There are a freaking pikemen coming up, and if you charge into those, also, neat little trick. You see this little gap here? You can actually pass through it. So if you put stakes there, just try to pass through that gap. Um, what is this guy doing with the general units? I've been definitely interested in knowing. 114 charge bonus definitely does a lot of damage. They're going through. Oh, okay. They're getting another unit of mercenary Balearic Stingers. They didn't get the charge off though. Oh, I have no idea what the AI is doing there. These picked days have been pulled back like horse, and at this point, Legido needed to be. I mean, he is slowly picking them off. He needed to start bunkering up a bit more because he was realizing that hey, myself and I. No, 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 no. Why? You were doing so well. No, don't run that way. Please don't run that way. Please. Okay. No, he did. Yep. Bye, General. Oh, this is so painful. Oh, I almost cannot watch it happen. Yeah, the AI is just a klutz. So be it. As I'm saying that though, yeah, he's charging in the Syrian archers without firing them. Well, at least he's firing something. There, he's bringing back the Taurus spears, whatever is left. This ballista had a lot of ammunition left as well, so definitely that could have been a lot of damage done there. Oh, it feels so bad that this general unit is just charging into pike wall pretty much and not doing any damage whatsoever. Honest to God, if I was still on, I would have helped Legido break this flank, and it would have shattered Massilian, giving us a better odd at winning this game. But yeah, it's still a decent opportunity. These big days on the wall there are rear charging the Greek ballista, and that is definitely going to be a problem. Uh, yeah, there they are. They're off. That definitely would have been a problem, and I'm sure Legido took care of that. If I remember right, he did. Because continued watching the stream on his end to see what he was doing. These Royal Torque swordsmen are now engaged in shield formation against Torque swordsmen and light hoplites. Definitely should be possible to deal with them. This cavalry is here is charging Galatian sword and it's not going to last long. Ooh, I didn't realize he made a breach down there as well. At this time and at this point in time, Pontus had managed to break in and had managed to do a decent amount of damage to both the Syracuse and Massilla in the rear, and he was contesting the rear of Massilla. The problem now he was having to face Carthage's full might head on with pretty much no support whatsoever from the. These guys still had so much ammo left as well. He wasted the ammo. These guys still have ammo. Yeah. I definitely did more damage than I remember, but not as much as I needed. That is a definite reality that happened from this case. These pick hoplites finally start breaking, and more pick hoplites running down here. Ooh. These Galatian swords are not going to be doing good. They should actually retreat, and in this case, you just retreat them, bring another unit, and squash the picked hoplites. Now, also to give context, the picked hoplites are definitely a good unit, but myself and Legido, we have a little bit of a grudge against them. Not sure if you guys remember, but it was down to the 40 last units of the hoplites, and Legido now is making sure that the hoplites are not present at the end by shooting them down. These peltas are getting peltasted down, skirmished down completely. These Taurus spears over here. Oh, that was a good shot. That was a beautiful shot. This ballista has 190 kills. Strong. The Massilian general over here holding the line. Pikemen walking in against light hoplites. Holy crap! I need to uh, air my lungs. No, my throat.
Orders understood. Fire at the enemy. Forward for glory.
Wet my lips. Ooh, wow, that feels good. Ooh, my neck is tingly. It's not good. You know, every time your neck gets tingly in these scenarios, you're like, oh god, I'm sick. Yeah, definitely. So, what's left? He still has it. But 547 kills on this bust. Nick, you were saying you had nothing left. Amazing. It seems some of my units returned from the dead and are doing their own thing. More archers are coming in. So at least the AI was doing something with the remainder of the units. Definitely providing some support. Nick, why aren't you? Yeah, you captured the gate, so that's definitely working in our favor. But yeah, he's sending to our spears. Yeah, brilliant. That's what you need to do. Peltas are being brought in, and I believe they still have. Yeah, they are going to contest this. Carthage is bringing more troops. But as we were saying, this Massilla and Syracuse are pretty much out of it. They have almost nothing left. They have a unit of pikemen. They have some picked hoplites over here, but most of the units have been picked clean. These carrion X-Men are being retreated to rest, and these light hoplites are actually suffering big time because there's this tower over here, and this tower, whenever you're attacking Alexandria, whoever controls that tower wins pretty much. So definitely, it was a bad move from the side of the defenders to give us that side completely. As I'm saying that, the light hoplites over here are breaking. The spell test units are trying to fire into the pikemen, and they're doing damage, yes, but of course the damage will be limited because they're running out of ammunition, and there's a lot of Eastern archers. My Thorax swordsman over here charging into the Iberian swordsman, wrecking damage. These ballistae are getting. Ooh, I imagine they're out of ammunition. I mean, 547 kills is definitely a lot, a lot, and a lot, a lot. They're doing a lot. Just walking like that. Maybe if they had one ball left, they could have fired it point blank to that hellhole. Now, again, Nick, just future reference, you can actually go and walk into there. Oh, the spike in it is actually breaking from all the pila throws. That is indeed amazing. Always reminds, whenever I see that, I'm reminded why pikes are not a good unit.
Orders understood.
These archers are low on ammunition, but definitely doing their thing and trying to fight. And Nick is doing his best to delay as long as possible so as to make sure this is cleaned up as fast as possible. His African pikeman unit coming in. The ballista over here is at 300 kills. And speaking of units, left, right, and center, the Massilian player is breaking and is shattering, but now Hoplites from Syracuse and African Carthaginian pikemen coming in, and they're definitely doing a lot of damage. Huge, huge trail of people running away from the battlefield, and there is so much left for the attacker over here. Again, definitely, I will repeat it for the 109th time. I really, really want to see a cheesy push over on that side. But yeah, I mean, because I mentioned it so many times, you can realize how much I wanted to see it. More pikemen are being moved in, and now these pikemen are definitely going to pose a problem. In fact, he's pulling back his general, he's pulling back his elite units, he's leaving his carrion X-Men fighting, and he's trying to break, with the last bits of ammunition, trying to shoot down these pike units and killing them as fast as possible with what he has left. Definitely, if there was still some ammunition on that ballista, a couple of shots into those pikemen would have done wonders. However, for some reason, the Syracusan pikemen give the rear to the attacker and start moving back. Pontus finally is getting wrecked and deleted from the game, which is understandable in the current situation. They have been pretty much overwhelmed by numbers, and this is mostly my fault. So, yeah. Small word small is violent. I won't do that again. Anyway, as we're saying that quite a good. Okay, this is actually much better for micro. So this carrion X-Men getting a side charge into these African pikemen definitely helping with the morale, and they're absorbing a lot of ammunition from these Iberian swordsmen that still had it. Taurus spears definitely need to pull back from there, but they're fighting against these hoplites, and these carrion X-Men over there are kind of surrounded. The ballista is out of ammunition and is fighting into that African pikeman, but that is going to be the point where the African pikeman gets surrounded. Do these guys still have ammunition? Yes, they have ammunition. Fire point blank at these pikemen. Dude, point blank fire. Oh, okay, they're being pulled back. Square formation for the Taurus. Oh. Yeah, those Cretan archers do not want to be in there at all. They need to be pulled back. And as I'm saying that, the pike unit for the uh, Egyptian player has been pushed forward to close the gap. There is still definitely some ammunition left from these Iberian swordsmen, but not much left in terms of overall strength. Important to know that the Carthaginian player still had a decent amount of troops, which he was trying to bring round to the rear and do as much damage as possible to the Egyptian player. Now, the Egyptian player, what could he have done? The Egyptian player could have fallen back to this point over there, put two units out here, holding this location, holding a unit down there and a unit here, and then use this arrow tower to because the defenders did the classic mistake of smelling blood in the water and going for it, and this is what I'm used to do. This is what I do, which is very wrong. Look at these African pikemen, right? Every time that tower fires, one or two of them die. So they are getting skirmished down. They're moving into a pike formation without being in formation. And by the time we've been talking about this, I think five of them, six of them, seven of them, eight of them died. Right? They're being picked by something that has unlimited ammunition, and it's a point. And you're the defender, right? You can fall back. You have these two towers over here defending you. You have more choke points than you can guess. There's another tower here. Capture them and use them to your advantage. Now the pike stacking here has been taken to a whole new level. These African pikemen definitely not enjoying the attention they're getting, but such is the case of the world. Over here, the Greek still. I don't know what they're doing. They're definitely not having a good time. Not many people are. As I'm saying that, these African pikemen slowly getting whittled down, and they are doing very, very badly, exceptionally badly. And of course now they're retreating. But as soon as they retreat, they're gonna get peppered down. And no, I mean they lost 20 men for no reason whatsoever. It's not something you do. Now the Syracuse pikemen are like, okay, it's our turn next, boys. I mean, these guys are at 144 kills, mostly from killing my general and killing, picking off stragglers as they were going along. But these pikemen are quite fresh, and they're fighting against the where are they? The Egyptian pikemen. They are pretty much the same stats, so that is something that is good to know. But the difference that is the amount of arrows that is available for the attackers is unlimited, whereas for the defenders in this current position, that is not the case. Picked hoplites charging in, trying to stack over this pikeman, but it will not do much. Picked hoplites are basically being charged into straight, solid formation over there, and it's not going to do much. These guys already down 20 men from their original number, and now they're stacking two pike units on top of each other. And this is amazing against the AI, right? Definitely strong against the AI if you're Sparta or something like that, but not in this scenario. Definitely not in this scenario. I believe this is the remainder of our forces. Oh yes, yeah, I was talking about this. These Libyan infantry over here getting in through the walls, but these Cretan archers had so much ammunition left, and they were actually doing so much damage to these Libyan infantrymen that it was being actually painful to watch. They were being broken left, right, and center. Again, what I was saying is that these Numidian bowmen still had so much ammo left. They were wrecking kill after kill after kill and firing at very good angles, getting them kills and killing these Libyan infantry very easily. Taurus spears, once they're in square formation, they're very hard to break, especially if the general is still alive, and that is the case in this situation. As I'm saying this, it seems both the Syracusan player and the Carthaginian player decide to pull back and give up on that assault, because that assault has cost them a lot, and that is mostly their units that died there. The thing is, I am not sure why they pulled back just as soon as they started the assault on the rear. If you're doing these kinds of assaults, I mean, these guys are losing. They're steady, but they're losing current battle. Yeah, I mean, that's not going well for them. It's not going well for these either. Oh, pity. I believe they are, yeah, they're trying to come down this way, but really and truly, even if they go down that way, it will be too late, as these guys are not holding long enough and their morale is shattering as they're being pulled through. Carthage has finally decided to stand there, and now Syracuse is taking its sweet time to come down from the rear and to try to rear charge the attackers. And honestly, if they've done that from the start and cooperated where Massila still had troops, because Legido was quite focused on just defending this location and slow pushing in, because that's the entire thing. Yeah, you have to slow push in, but he had a very good defensible situation where he gained losing very little men. So he fought his entire battle defending this corner and did an insane amount of damage. I mean, these guys have broken already. They will come back eventually at some point. Definitely will come back, but these Libyan infantry are bye-bye gunners and Chipotle runoff hot sauce. I don't know what it is. Yeah, these Cretan archers are doing very well, and these African pikemen are kind of okay. No, well, wait. No, they're not. They did very. Wait, what? Yeah, these guys are still alive. These guys were bullied during this game, but these Cretan archers still have ammunition. No, they don't. But 213 kills. They're trying to debate the this guy Legido to aim at them and damage them, but of course they're not managing. The Celtic Stingers from Masil, I think, believe that one of the last units that were left on the battlefield are getting cleaned up as we speak. The general has not died yet. I believe the Massilian general had died. Could be that I was wrong. 10 minutes left in the battle, and it's been over 30 minutes. 35 minutes actually. Soon, 36 in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, in 36 minutes. Uh, one of these times, during these times when there's a lull in the battle reorganization happening out here, but they've definitely lost more than half of their troops. Now, something that I would have considered to do is capture this gate. Wait, did the Carthaginian general really get onto the wall? You had a Carthaginian general bodyguard, and you got. Oh, for fuck's sake. This is what I don't get. Like, why would you do something stupid as that? You had a general bodyguard which was at 40 health. You had cavalry left this late in the game. 140 kills on the Royal Torek Swords. Where are they? Yeah, the general is over here. 46 left, but doing very well. These Torek Swordsmen, Cartry X-Men are moving in to try and see what's up this way. Um, I won't say it. I'm just looking at it. Just passing a meme. And again, the defenders lost this battle when they decided to do a battle of attrition with someone who's more ammunition than them, who's well-rested troops, who's dug in. And again, yes, I understand. You don't always find someone who's dug in such a good situation, and I mean, you rarely find someone who's an attacker and has dug in into such a beautiful area, but it does happen. The Taurus swordsmen are coming back in, and these African pikemen are being skirmished down. These Iberian swordsmen are charging into the pike formation, and let's look at this. Yeah, that didn't go well. These guys are gonna start getting hundreds of kills just from that charge. Nope, they realized it was bad. Like 20 of them died instantly over there. These Cartoon X-Men are moving up, and now there's an all-out assault because time is running out, and the timer is there. Finally, all these units broke. The ammunition on these guys is run out. These Cretan archers, 172 kills, respectable, respectable, respectable. 141 kills on these medium bowmen, definitely respectable. These Carty X-Men, Carrion X-Men, sorry, not Cartly, Carrion X-Men, fighting General's bodyguard. They got it down to half health. Now this is a decent unit. It has 90 armor, 58 melee defense. It can hold its own. Now, as I'm saying this, the Carthaginian general pushed his pikemen to the flank of these pikemen, and oof, definitely is not a situation you want to see yourself in, being outflanked by pikes, Taurus spears, and Cartian X-Men fighting Iberian swords over there. Definitely doing well. These Taurus spears are getting into position to support the pikemen. Yeah, the pike unit over here. Definitely trying to do their best to support that unit. As we're saying that though, these Cretan archers are charging in and to these Numidian bowmen and these generals bodyguard, and there's a lot of damage being done over here. Actually, the general came up on the wall and is fighting on the wall, trying to kill these units as fast as possible. Not entirely the best decision because you are on the arrow tower to fight. So the same bonus that you had here, now you're fighting against over there. Definitely doing a lot of damage. The Axemen and the Taurus Spears over here need some support, which is not happening. What the hell are they doing over here? They're like... Yeah, they realized what's happening, so they're pulling in But there is definitely need some support over in this side because these guys are going to break, and that would have been a waste of two whole units, which is absolutely fine. Absolutely not fine, sorry. These Cretan archers are now acting as a stopgap while the generals pull back, because the general is always a good unit to have. And you know, when you're down this many men, you need your general to be alive, because your general is your unit, the unit that will do the damage. Now these guys are just inside the range of that arrow tower, and it's definitely affecting them. He decides to charge in his where are the pikemen? Okay, the pikemen broke. Oh wow! Okay, these Karshan X-Men are still alive somehow. These Iberian swords are peeling off away, and everything is pretty much just charging into this blob. These African pikemen are not in formation anymore, are they? No, they are not. They are not. And it's definitely doing a number. The Iberian swords are breaking. The Carthaginian pikemen are also breaking. I believe the general just died. No, the general is still alive, but only just. Yeah, the army has basically been shattered. But at this point, these pikemen pushed through. And these pikemen arrived over there. And Syracuse didn't go down and defend this location. Syracuse just fell back and tried to defend the center of the map. Again, whenever I look at these, I say to myself, what could have been? I mean, why did they die here? Oh my god! Definitely could have done a lot more damage. I could have helped. Could have helped Pontus a bit more. You know, done those rear charge, getting a few hundred kills here and there. These picked hoplites coming out of nowhere, charging up the wall. This air tower could have come in clutch at this point. So there's basically picked hoplite unit. There is the mercenary sword unit over here, and Cretan archers up there. But these guys are charging into the pike wall. No, what? Wait, what? What's happening? I'm not entirely sure what's happening. These Iberian swords are now fighting against the general, who's exhausted. These pikemen are falling back, reforming themselves. Those pikemen needed to be engaged. Those pikemen definitely needed to be engaged right now. Full on engaged, because they need to start doing the damage to this general unit. Wait, where's the general unit? Generally, it's still hiding somewhere. Yeah, this is definitely coming down to the clutch last few seconds. Capturing that is very useful, as it gives an extra morale boost to the attackers, which they need at the moment, because they are slightly outnumbered. The balance of power is not in their favor. The balance of power has been yo-yoing a bit. I haven't been commenting much about it, but it definitely yo-yoed a bit. These picked hoplites to 163 kills, and they're still exhausted. They're not a unit that refreshes very quickly. This Carrion X-Men got a bit overzealous and did not do well. These pikes over here, though, now are gonna do short work of these picked hoplites. They're dropping like flies. Yep, 10 of them died. And this is a beautiful pick here. Now these are the hoplite units, but the picked hoplites are also dropping, and these guys are picking up a lot of kills. These Taurus spears are charging through, and they will get a flank on these pike units. This pike unit over here falls back and is coming back into position. Um, Not the best. These guys have definitely done a few kills. They've actually broken those Cretan swords. But this general's bodyguard actually has been getting some friendly fire. That's what I was trying to say. Friendly fire, actually. It happened exactly as we were talking about it. So I mean, definitely killing a number of the Cretan archers, but just as much damage was being done to it. These pikemen over here, meanwhile, getting rear charged. The general is trying to hold the flank with the pikemen, because these pikemen are the only thing that were holding things together. Now the pikemen are charging into the rear of that, and the Cretan archers, you know, breaking this pike unit is basically making the game GG. And that's all that's needed to be done. The Royal Torx Swordsman over here trying to hold against these um, picked hoplites. The Royal Torx Swordsman still has 28 men, but the general is still alive for the Egyptian player. These pike units over here annihilated. Did get a few kills, but it has been annihilated and has been broken. The Taurus spears over here are breaking as well. So again, the balance of power is still in favor of the defenders, but only just, very much only just. These Iberian swords are pretty much all that's left. for Carthage, and his general is down to 6 men. The Royal Torque swordsmen are still in good condition, for considering how long they've been fighting. They have lost the past 60 men, with barely getting any kills, but they've done damage. The picked hoplite unit over here is wavering. This unit pikeman is tired, so it's actually still in decent enough condition. And if these guys break, that's the last unit on the battlefield that can do anything. These pikemen, they weren't shattered. They weren't shattered, and that's
By your command!
wait. Where's the general unit? Ooh, the general's bodyguard died. The general died for Carthage, and that is the GG, I believe. Yeah, these units are routing pretty much now. Those guys routed this unit of Iberian swordsmen, not the Cretan. Cretan archers, 265 kills. Beautiful. These Iberian swordsmen, 378 kills. They've definitely been well used in this game. These pikemen over here are pretty much shattered. When they start running in place, that means they've been shattered pretty much to the core. The general unit over here is resting, definitely needed in the morale bonus, and that is the moral bonus of the general, and that is keeping these guys intact. Those guys broke, and then these pikemen come back. Somehow these pikemen come back, and
Understood!
I believe there is actually a unit of Thorax Hoplites left. Sorry, picked Hoplites left, which is the reason why the balance of power is still like this, because the general for Syracuse is still alive some way or another. These pikemen over here, oh, sorry, pressing the wrong buttons. Sorry, I keep pressing the wrong hotkeys. Oh, they broke. I was pressing something. I don't know what I pressed. I pressed the wrong button, guy. All right, that was definitely a clutch replay. So Legido 2,900 kills, Nick 2,042 kills, and myself 1,200. I lost too much, honestly. Honest to God, I played like absolute trash. Um, so let's see. Yeah, apart from my general, my sword units did jack shit. My archer units did really bad. My ballista did really bad. My Taurus spears did really bad. Honestly, shameful display from my end. Nick, on the other hand, his ballista picked up where his troops failed to break through. His ballista definitely picked up on that, and he got an extra 500 kills off that, which is fantastic. His raw cavalry was unfortunately picked off trying to charge in, but that doesn't matter. But Legido, my man, 100 kills on almost every unit. Definitely fantastic job there. This is the unit that went on the wall first and still got such a beautiful amount of damage. Syracuse had three mercenary Samite warriors. They do a lot of damage. These picked hoplites do a lot of damage. Hit hoplites did well. Pikemen did well. Unfortunately, the archers did not do anything for Syracuse, and they were annihilated early on by Legido. Tobias, so that was Paperslov. Yeah, he's actually on the Discord as well. Tobias, on the other hand, Celtic Stinger is doing well, except this guy, and then the rest of his army is just basically he spammed light hoplites. No wonder we couldn't break through. It was just a light hoplite spam. Muscle has better units than that, definitely. A couple of Torque swordsmen, some of Massid hoplite units, fantastic. And Gazik, Carthage, honestly, man, I have been floored. I've never seen these kills. You usually see these amount of kills on noble swords, right? Mercenary noble fighters. But he definitely got a lot of kills, especially Skutari killing my Hellman pretty much for free. These variant swords at the end doing a lot of damage. Unfortunately, his Cretan archer here did not get more kills because that could have won him the game. But definitely a very good game. And I take my hat off to you and to Legido. Thumbs up, honestly fantastic. And with that, if you did like the battle, please leave a thumbs up for Legido and for Gazik because they carried the game for their respective player. I mean, Legido 2,900 kills, but Gazik 3,463. That is absolutely insane. And if you did like the content, please subscribe to the channel. I would really much appreciate it. Thank you in advance if you do. Helps the channel, and we're trying to grow, especially when all of a sudden there are 100,000 Total War channels popping up, which is an amazing thing because it's an amazing time. Competition is fun, and it's just raising more awareness about the game. Who knows? Maybe within a year we'll have an esport scene for Rome, Total War, 10 years after it was made, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much, almost 10 years after it's made. And with that said, guys, I promised myself I'd sleep at midnight today. Unfortunately, it's 2 a.m. because I got on the roll and I have two more videos lined up now. I'm trying to record a bunch of videos, so I'll have a bank stored up, and I need to dedicate an entire day soon to recording videos and uploading these videos, and then I'll be sorted and I'll be able to do my studies as well while keeping you guys entertained every day. It's definitely fun, and it's definitely amazing that so many of you support me. So with that, if you do have your replays that you want to send me, send them on totalwarbro@gmail.com. You guys are the best. I've been receiving a lot from you guys, and yeah, that between those and the streams, definitely a lot of content out there, and looking forward to see more of it. Thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying safe in these crazy ass times. Yeah, take care. See you, and see you tomorrow. Bye bye.